In this video, we're going to be looking at all of the updated player likeness, equipment, and uniforms for Madden 25. This video is presented by the EA Creator Network as they did allow me to capture this early footage, and I was recording on an earlier build of the game, so it is technically a work in progress and some small things can change. So we're going to first start with the player likeness, and then we're going to move into the equipment and then the uniforms. So we got to first start with Christian McCaffrey, the cover boy. They usually always do an updated face scan for the cover athlete, and you can see Christian McCaffrey finally got an updated one, looks a little older. They also added the tattoos to his arm, which they don't do for a lot of players, but they're starting to add a little bit more of them over the years. Now let's look at some players that finally got their face scans in the game, starting with Kenneth Walker, one of the bigger ones that had been requested for a while. His teammate Zach Charbonnet also got his player likeness finally in the game, so no more generic scans for the Seahawks running backs. Some of you probably saw him in the trailer, but Puka Nacua got his likeness. You're going to see a lot of second and third year players, and you're going to see a lot of rookies coming up as well. Speaking of another second year player, Sam Laporta tore the league up last year, already looking like one of the best tight ends in the league, and now he has his face in the game as well. His teammate Jahmyr Gibbs, another second year player, got his likeness in the game as well. His face scan and the hair looking very much on point here. We got the Lions strong safety Brian Branch. You've seen a few Lions players in this video, got a few of their young guys finally represented in the game. Another second year player who got his likeness in the game, Tajay Spears. You're going to notice now they're turning around the face scans faster than they have been before, so you're going to see a lot of these second year players, third year players, and even more rookies now get their likeness. We've got Roger McCreary right here, another Titans player that got his scan in, and yet another Titans player here, their tight end. They've got a lot of new faces in the game for the Titans, so they must have went to their facility or something because they got quite a number of them in the game. We got another young guy with his scan now in the game, Jaden Reed, who kind of burst onto the scene a little bit last year for the Packers, and his is looking very on point. No more generic face for him. Moving on to Rashad White, again, you're seeing it's a lot of second and third year guys that they're finally getting in the game. They're turning these scans around faster than ever now, so we should start seeing a lot more player likeness going forward. We also got another young guy here, Kendre Miller from my Saints, another second year player. So a lot of guys they missed out on getting last year, they've got a lot of them in now. Speaking of that, moving on to the Raiders here with their young tight end, they finally got him in the game as well, looking on point. All the scans nowadays, they just look so much more lifelike. Another young player got their likeness in the game here with Jalen Hyatt of the Giants. So you've seen a lot of those second year guys that they didn't get last year, they're in the game now. Another example of that is Dalton Kincaid of the Bills, their young tight end. He's now in the game as well. Something looks funny about his scan though. It kind of looks like he's sad or he's like crying a little bit. Greg Dulcich, the young tight end for the Broncos, his face scan is now in the game as well. And look at that hair, man. That looks on point right there. It looks really good. And we've got even more tight ends. Trey McBride of the Cardinals. Tight ends getting a lot of love in the player likeness update to begin Madden 25. You love to see it. And we might as well just keep sticking with the tight ends a little bit more. Why not? Let's show them all. We got the Cowboys tight end who has his face scan finally in the game as well. We got the young rookie receiver, Josh Downs from the Colts, a guy that kind of went pretty crazy last year. He's looking like one of their best young players, and his scan is looking on point. We got Zach Moss, who now plays for the Bengals. They got his scan in the game. He's been in the league for a few years. This might be like his fourth year, fifth year, but they got him in. We've got Emmanuel Forbes, another young guy. I believe he's a second year guy for the Commanders. They got him in the game as well. Got another young player in Christian Fulton, who is now on the Chargers, now rocking the number 7 as well. Got his updated likeness. And how about some Bailey Zappi? He might not start again, but hey, you're going to have a backup with some good player likeness if your starter goes down. We've got Jonathan Mingo, the rookie wide receiver for the Panthers. I believe he was a rookie last year, so he is another one of those second year guys that got into the game. And we also got Kobe Bryant, the strong safety from the Seattle Seahawks. He's in the game as well. Now we're going to look at players that got some updated player likeness. We've got Kirk Cousins. You could see the before and after. He looks way better now. His old scan was just so long ago. Speaking of another guy that had a scan a long time ago that finally got updated, Jimmy Garoppolo looks so much better now compared to the old one. Daniel Jones also got an updated scan as well, much like the other two QBs. All of their scans were from last generation, so you could see how much of a difference it is now that they're updated. This is one of the biggest updates right here. Jordan Love, if you look at his old scan versus his new scan, it almost looks like two different players. This one looks so much better. Another guy that got an updated face scan, Calvin Ridley, looking good now. He's got his new current hairstyle, so this looks much better than the one from last year. We got an update for Marquise Hollywood Brown, who is now on the Chiefs. His last scan was his his rookie one, so they finally gave him a much needed update that looks much more like his current day self. We even got a little bit of an update to Justin Tucker. Usually they don't really touch kickers or even give them player likeness at all, but Justin Tucker got a slight upgrade here. Now let's take a look at the rookies. This is the most rookie face scans I've seen to start a year, maybe ever. They got a lot of them in. We got Caleb Williams, of course. We've got Jaden Daniels. Like I said earlier, they're turning these scans around a lot quicker now, so we're going to see more rookies at launch than ever with face scans, and you see we got a lot of guys that were updated. Now we're seeing some more QBs here with Drake May. Most of the first round guys, I believe, are in the game. We've got Michael Penix Jr., and they even also got some second round guys, which you'll see, but Michael Penix Jr. looking pretty good there as well. Got all the QBs. JJ McCarthy, his looks pretty good as well. Got the face paint going too. Moving on to Bo Nix for the Broncos. They got his face in the game as well. These all look really good. I haven't seen any that I don't like yet. Every once in a while, there will be a scan that's a little off. They also have got Marvin Harrison Jr. in the game. Some people were wondering if he was going to be in the game because of the NFLPA deal he had going on, but he's in the game looking like himself. We've also got Malik Neighbors, the second wide receiver off the board. Got his likeness in the game for the Giants. We got another wide receiver, Rome Odunze of the Bears. His is looking on point as well. The one big guy I noticed wasn't in the game, at least on my bill, was Brock Bowers. I'm sure he'll be in an update, but he was the one that I saw that wasn't in there. We got Brian Thomas as well. I mean, we're still on the player likeness at this point of the video. We haven't even got to the equipment yet, so that's how much they put in the game this year. We've got Ladd McConkey in the game for the Chargers, looking pretty good. Got the second round wide receiver, Keon Coleman. So like I said, it's not just first round guys. They did get some of the second round guys in there as well. His is looking good. We've also got Xavier Legette, another wide receiver for the Panthers. His looking pretty good in the game right there. We've got Nate Wiggins, the cornerback for the Ravens. This guy ran a crazy fast 40 time. They got his hair looking very on point as well. Got Troy Franklin of the Broncos. Not sure what round he went in. He definitely didn't go in the first. Not sure if it was the second or third round guy, but got Bo Nix's rookie receiver in there. We got Kool-Aid McKinstry, another second round pick for my Saints. Even got his hair perfectly on point here, so I love to see that. We got us some Chop Robinson from the Dolphins. Like I said, I mean, this is a lot of rookies. If you remember the videos I've done like this the past 2 years, we'd have like 3 to 5 rookies in the game. Got Dallas Turner of the Vikings, so definitely a lot more this year than in years past, and I love to see it. We want to see all the updated likeness as soon as possible. Got Jared Verse from the Rams, everything there looking on point. We got the new pass rusher for the Colts, Latu, looking pretty good. I believe that's how you say his name. Correct me if I'm wrong. Got his likeness in. Got Joe Alt from the Chargers. So they got a number of Chargers in this update as well, both new and old players. Got the new left tackle for my Saints. I hope this guy plays well because we just have not hit on the lineman lately and we desperately need to, but he's looking pretty good right there. Got the Jets first round draft pick left tackle as well. I'm gonna be honest, a couple of these guys don't know how to pronounce their name, so I'm not gonna try to butcher it. We got the new rookie DT for the Commanders, Newton out of Illinois. Look at the hair on him, looking perfect as well. They really have nailed the hair with these updated scans over the past few years. Got Trey Benson of the Cardinals. I believe he might have been like a third round pick, so usually don't see a lot of those mid or lower guys in the first update. Now let's move on to the equipment, and my favorite thing this year is all of the new sleeves they added. They look really good. They look better than the old sleeves, and they're branded. So we have the Nike dry fit sleeves. You get them in white, black, and in the team colors. These look pretty cool, but it gets even better than that. We also have the Nike padded sleeves, which a lot of people have been asking for, the padded shooter sleeves. We finally got them. We've got multiple different ones. You can see the Nike one, you get it in black, white, and you get it in the team colors. These are probably my favorite ones. I like these the most personally because I'm just a Nike guy. We also got the Nike Hyper Strong padded sleeve. This one looks a little more like futuristic almost, and again, you can get this in black, white, and in the team colors. These are a little bit much for me. I kind of like just the standard Nike or padded sleeves. I think those look better, but these are pretty cool as well. And then we also got the McDavid padded shooter sleeve. Now these might be the favorite for more people because I think you see a lot more of these in the NFL, so these do look pretty cool as well. And of course you get them in black, white, and in the team colors. We also got some new rolled up sleeves as well. So as you can see, Dak is sporting the white rolled up kind of scrunched sleeves. You can get this in black, white. You can also get them in your team colors, like your main color, your secondary color. I think a lot of people will sport these. There's definitely a few players in the league that kind of rock this look now. So good to have all of this authenticity in the game so we can put them on our players. And we've got to talk about the socks. I've been getting asked about scrunch socks for years. We got the low ones. We've also got the mid ones. They are finally in the game. I've been getting so many people asking, when are we getting scrunch socks? We got them in college football. We also got them now in Madden, and they look pretty good. Another thing I want you to take a look at is note the helmet size. They've been adjusting the helmet sizes for players. I don't think they've done it for every player yet. I think this is still an ongoing thing they're adjusting, but notice how the helmets are actually bigger now and more lifelike, whereas in the past, the helmets in the game would be really small. I've started to see a lot of people complain about this over the years, saying the helmets made the players' heads look small. They just didn't look proportional to how they are in real life, and you can see now they've adjusted these on a number of players, and now the helmets look lifelike. One of my favorite additions is they added the Jordan Retro Cement cleats to the game. One of the best Jordan shoe of all time, and now that we have the cleat version in the game, I think that's pretty cool. So you got the white cements in the game, and then you're also going to have the black cements in the game. Now, I think depending on your team colors, that's going to choose which version you get, whether you get the white cement or the black cement, but the fact that they're both in the game is awesome. We also got the Nike Diamond Turf cleats, or as they're better known, the Deion Sanders cleats. These were in college football. Glad to see that they also carry these over to Madden. They're equipped on Kyler Murray in the game. I don't know who else wears them, but these are some of the coolest cleats out there, and we can finally have them in Madden 25. They also added a number of new Adidas cleats, which you like to see because Adidas cleats have kind of been a little lacking. There's always been a lot of Jordan and Nike, but they finally, the last couple of years, started updating more Adidas stuff. So we got the new Adizero Impacts and the Electrics and the Electric Plus and the Impact Plus, and some of them look very similar. They have like some small differences, but we've got a variety of new low-top Adidas cleats in the game, but also there's some other ones that they put in that we're going to get to in a minute that are high-top, and you can see the different variations of the Impact and the Electric. And then we got the Adidas Freak Inline 23. This is a high top shoe. This is probably the best looking Adidas one in my opinion. And then we also have the Freak Ultra 23. They're similar shoes, but they're a little bit different. Finally got those in the game. And now we got to move on to the new uniforms. A lot of uniforms added in the league this year. So the Texans redid their unis. They've got a few new ones in the game. I like what they did with the unis. They kept it kind of how it was, but just modernized it a little bit. They didn't go too far to a different route. So I like what they did. They also have their alternates, the all reds with the all red helmet, and they've got the blue color rush with the blue helmet in the game. They also got some other alternate options where you can equip the all blues or the all whites, so you can kind of tinker with them and maneuver them around and kind of create the combinations you want. We also got a new helmet for the Jaguars, the all white shell helmet. This is probably my favorite new helmet for the NFL this year. I love white helmets, but the Jaguar white helmet, it just looks sick. You can't go wrong. And they also added the Jaguars alternate classic, which I believe they're bringing back. They're going to start wearing this. This is one of my favorite uniforms of all time, so I'm glad the Jags are bringing this back. The Jets also got updated uniforms, so they took their classics and they updated them a little bit. They modernized them. So the classic home and classic away, those are going to now be their active home and away jerseys with a little bit of a modern upgrade. I think this is a good look. I think Jets fans are pretty happy with this change. They also have the all black alternates in this style as well. They brought the all blacks in recently, but they've updated them to match the new jerseys. The Broncos also updated their uniforms. They have quite a few new ones. Now, I'm not a big fan of this home uni. I'm not crazy about this one personally. I do, however, like the away. I think the aways look pretty clean. I actually like these a lot. They also added some other uniforms as well. They added a new throwback here with the updated style. They also have the all blues with the white helmet. I kind of like this look too. I like this look better than the standard home. Then they have the all orange option. They have the all white option, which looks good. I would wear the white helmet with this though. I think that would look pretty clean. And they also got some other options here like white helmet, blue jersey, orange pants. So they added quite a few new things to the game. The Lions also updated their jerseys as well. Another team that went with the old style and kind of modernized it, and I think that was the right option. This is their best uniforms they've ever had, so they just updated them to the modern time. So they have the home and the away. They also have a sick color rush, the all black with the blue helmet. I mean, that's a good looking uniform right there. You can't go wrong with that. And they also have the all blue option that you can sport as well. They're going to have the white top, blue bottom preset here that you can choose. And this one's cool as well. Color blocking on this is nice. I like this option. I believe with the Browns here, they just updated their face mask. They went back to the white face mask. Small change, but kind of just keeping it classic. The Packers also added a new white helmet as well, which looks pretty clean, especially with the all white jerseys. They're going to be rocking that this year. I think this looks pretty good. I believe here for the Commanders, they just brought back the gold pants option. So they didn't really redo anything, but now they're going to be rocking the gold pants a little more this year. So that is now an option in the game as well. The Ravens also also added a new purple helmet for their Color Rush uniform. I believe the uniforms are still the same, but the helmet is new. And this one is without a doubt my favorite new uniform for this season, the all-white Viking uniform with the white helmet. These just look icy. You just cannot go wrong with this look. And of course, we cannot forget about the Giants throwbacks. I know a lot of people don't like these. I'll be honest, the pants aside, I like it. I think the jersey and the helmet is clean. I would rock that jersey. I'm a fan. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to check out some more exclusive Madden 25 content, make sure to check out this video right here on the screen.